Okay, we're looking at let's interface. Okay, go ahead and get 5
Well, I
cents.
gotta tell you, there's
And let's interface.
back of growth expectations
Sparse recession
for
fears.
the U.S. economy, but it's really a minority
And
view
of
that
course,
we would go into a
it's
recession.
as
Let me tell you what
Republicans.
these Germany, China, all these
And let's see here. We're talking about a slowing global economy and sparse recession fears. Now let's say people around here. Let's put a personal spin on it. Oh, okay. We need you to spend money. Pay to play is the philosophy, right? If you want to work, if you want to enjoy your work, or if you want to enjoy life in general, you have to buy something from the markets, the U.S. markets, or something like that. To treat yourself, in addition to just be part of the economy and not be so stingy, if you will, and be so greedy, if you will. Okay, so that alone to be so stingy, right? So okay, yeah, it's funny how let's be kind of, what do you call it? Be appreciable about this. How is it that you can have Democrats, right, who claim to be, say, Planned Parenthood, some sort, or say of some, let's go ahead and put this on, what do you call it? Be some Democrat Republican, right? Some type of jackass republic, right? Where they say they're pro-life, but they need services or whatnot. It's a hypocritical thought, and it's also a conflicting thought, and it's just a hypocritical thought in general, because what it is it's more than that, because people say, well, if you don't Planned Parenthood, you're just a greedy person and such and such. It says, when in fact you have your hand out for the government to because you have so many kids or whatnot, but you're supposed to be some pro-life Republican type of conservative person. So I have rules and stuff like that, but at the same time, I don't discriminate on the basis of whatever it may be, right? Okay, on motives alone, right? So you say that alone, right there, not that alone, but you say, well, what is it that just basically trying to say? I'm just letting that gel in your mind. How can you say you are of Planned Parenthood for the United States when you, in fact, have kids to collect a check and such, and to have some type of conservative point of view? If that's the case, if you're so proactive in that case, then why is it that a person like that isn't working? Why isn't a person like that is not contributing to the economy, if you will? And so, that to me is that is one of the hypocrisy of the United States that I feel like is
Have you ever seen something so beautiful?
that feels like is one of the slaps in the face, if you will, because it's like, oh yeah, we depend on you for this, but at the same time we slap you in the face because so you chose Planned Parenthood or whatnot. And so that itself is just kind of like it's kind of like a shallow lie, if you will. It's like a lie in itself to say, oh well, he wouldn't be nothing without such and such and such and such. It's always some person that's always saying, well, he would have been better, and if he decided to do this, then he's just a greedy person. If that's the case, why is it that people are go ahead and going through their pregnancies and dumping their babies in garbages and whatnot? Okay, was it for self-sacrifice? Is that self-sacrifice there? Or is that to keep your body intact or something? So what is the motive behind that? So, I mean, and in other aspects where you can get leverage so much to where you build so much into this, and someone just goes ahead and takes the rug onto you and takes your belt or something like that, for example, right? And it's just that alone in itself is a standard that is a conflation of the United States that doesn't seem to gel properly with people that have Planned Parenthood, chosen Planned Parenthood, like pro-choice as opposed to pro-life and stuff like that. So you might say, yeah, well, you know, that's the case. Well, why is it that you have your hands out? Why is it that so many people join the military because maybe they did something to absolve their guilt, when in fact they just go overseas to go kill a whole civilian of families and stuff like that? Okay? And I'm not saying I'm anti-American in that sense, but it's almost a terror in nature to say, oh, have some things disappear, multiple duplicate keys, stuff disappear, and blame charge the next person, and charge yourself for doing it, extort you for doing it, stab you in the back for doing it, assassinate your character for doing it, and take any credit that you made from taking it. Okay, so you sit up there and you have this network of people surround you with noise and stuff like that. We need you to speed up and all this and all. We need you to do this and do that. And do that. When they don't, in fact, contribute anything. But other than the fact of being a splinter cell to the society itself. So you can say, yeah, you are part of society, but you are a negative part of society, is what you are. And so, I mean, if you want to go ahead and say that I'm a greedy person, then you can go ahead and say that you're just a negative part of society. So that's how I feel about that.
Hi, Julie. Patrick Frazee is now